everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to make a sort of, I don't know what you call it, a background, I guess, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to use it. Now, this isn't my idea. I've seen ArtyMaze do this, so I am using her for inspiration. I've already done one of these. I've done it in a green colour, and I've already used it as well, but I'll show you. It's essentially the same thing. I'm just grabbing some gelatos in different colours, and I'm going to stick to, let's go for the rustling pinky colours, I think, this time. Don't know if I'll use that orange one. Right, so let's crack on. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. This one is a art crayon from, I think it was from Aldi, but it was something like that. There was a pack of maybe 5 of them. I'm not sure. It might not be. Actually, it's not, is it? This is not an Aldi one. This is, I don't know. I think it might have come with my scrawler box. Thinking about it now. The rest of these are all gelatos, and I've got 2 different sets of those. So, but any of the sort of pastels, Neocolour 2s, that kind of thing that have got that are water soluble would work for this. And I'm just putting some colour on. I'm not thinking too much. You won't really see it either, because it'll just be, in fact I could do smaller areas because you won't really see it. It won't be that defined. I don't know what this colour is. It's kind of a peachy colour, but I think I might just add some because it's pale and we don't want everything too dark. So put some there like that. What haven't I used? It's quite dark. What's this? This is kind of a lilac-y colour. I'm not sure I'm going to like that, so I won't do too much of that. That will do. A little bit of red, maybe. We can always go back in for another layer, so you know, if it doesn't turn out quite how we wanted it, it's not a big deal. Is that the same colour as that? I think it's the same crayon. What could I use in there? A bit more of the pinky, perhaps. I'm overthinking this for sure. Let's see how we get on with that. We can always come back and do more. The first thing I'm going to do is grab a baby wipe, or you could use a cloth with some water on it, doesn't really matter. Let's see how we get on with this. I'm going to use a clean, but I'm going to go for the paler pieces first, and I'm just going to blend them in a bit. Or blend them out, I should say, really. Just trying to cover the paper with some hues of pinks, really. Let's have a fresh bit there. Okay, so now I think I'll just go on with some of these pinks. I'll leave the red till last, I think, because it's quite dominating. That one doesn't look like it blends as well as the gelatos, the one that I think came from the scrawler box. And I'm just going to try and blend it all in. And if you're not happy with your colours and things, you can go back in and add some more. Now, that's not too bad, but I might go in with some of the paler colours. I don't know whether or not it will jazz it up or not. It's that one, and I think it was that one. And you can do this with any colours that won't turn to mud, obviously. So you could do your yellows, greens and blues. You could do, I wouldn't do red and green together, otherwise you'll just get a muddy colour. If that's what you're after, obviously, that's fine. Right, I'm just not going to worry about that. I'm going to leave that. Let me put these gelatos away. And I'm going to use some gold alcohol ink on here. Whoops. Let me get my little brush because I might need my fan brush as well. We'll see. Let's move that so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just, it's gold, Fluids Alcohol Ink Gold Rush. Let's give it a bit of a, you can hear the ball in it. It needs mixing. You don't usually need to mix alcohol inks, but you do need to do the metallic ones because the pigment sort of makes a sediment at the bottom. Right, and I'm just going to, very carefully, just have a little splash like that, and then let's have a, just put a fine spray, might need some more. Oops, what am I doing? And it dries very quickly, and then we can use it more or less straight away. And I'm going to be using it for die cutting. Now, if you saw, I think it was, if you saw Antonio open his birthday mail from me, I had made him some wildflowers, I think, using the Tim Holtz die in this same method. But essentially that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to leave this to dry, and when this is all dry, I'm going to use it to die cut some flowers, and then I'll come back with the next stage. Okay. Right, I'm an idiot. I forgot to do something before I put the gold on. I don't think it will matter too much, but I wanted to put some stamping on, and so I'm going to have a go at doing that, even though I've already put the gold on top. But ideally, I think you'd stamp first and then put gold on. Right, so I've got some different mark making stamps. Doesn't have to be anything in particular, and I'm just going to try and sort of stick to tone on tone stamping, just to jazz it up a bit. So I think ideally I would have done this before I put the gold on, but I've got so much going on at the moment, my head's not in the best place. There we go. So I'm just, that is a bit of abandoned coral. And what else have we got? I do like this one, even though it's too long for my stamp block. I've got a bigger stamp block, but I'm also lazy. So let's have a go and see. I'm using some just picked raspberry distress ink. That will do. You won't see all this. The idea is it's just going to be in the background. I'm going to die cut the flowers, so you won't really see any of this. It doesn't have to be a pattern of anything in particular. It doesn't even have to look good, because by the time you've die cut it all, you won't see what it is. But I just want to just add a little bit more to the eye. That's all. And a bit more at the top there, I think, up there. Right, let's take that one off. I've got some reds. I don't know if we want some more. What else have we got that we could use? I love this stamp set. It's got loads of different patterns and things. Let's have that. That looks a bit like rain. Now I'm using Memento ink. So you just use what you've got. You don't have to have anything in particular, but try and stick to, you know, the same sort of shades, I think, rather than, well, it's up to you. You could do different things. I mean, you could do a rainbow, whatever, however you wanted. But I think I've done one in greens, and I'm going to do this one in pinks because I have an idea for how I'm going to use the end product. Yes, this is looking better. She says, don't know where to put that. Let's use up the ink on it. There, that will do. Right, now I'm leaving that to dry a little bit, and then I'm going to die cut some flowers and things. Maybe not just flowers, might do butterflies, don't know. And then I'll come back and show you what I'm going to do with them. Right, I am back. I have die cut a few. These are Tim Holtz dies here. On here, so I have die cut some flowers from that pinky sheet. I'm just looking on here because there are some bits that obviously haven't poked out for some reason. There we go, but they're very good dies. And there's one of them I didn't use, but I've used all of these, and you can see little bits of gold and bits of the stamping on there. So there's those. I managed to get 3 butterflies. Whoops, come here. Out as well, because I might be using those in a minute as well. Okay. And I told you I did a green sheet. Look away now if you don't like insects. I have die cut a ton of them in green. Okay, so and I absolutely hate spiders. I'll be honest, I loathe them. I can't touch them. Can't be in a room with one. Can't even pick one up with a glass or anything like that. But you know, these are cardboard. I have to get over that. They're not real. So loads of little beetles and things. So that's what I did with the other sheet anyway. I'm just going to leave those to one side. Now, what I want to do is heat emboss these. So let me get my heat tool for a start. I'm going to need that. Move those to one side. I'm going to need some tweezers. These ones are heat resistant, hopefully. And oh, I know what I haven't got and what I do need is an embossing pad. So let's do one. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll do a butterfly, but essentially I'm going to do the same to all of these, all right? And I'll just do one to show you what I'm going to do. So I'm putting it on the pad, making sure that it is covered. And I've got my embossing powder here. This is just clear. All right, I'm putting plenty down because when I've fished it out, she says, oh, I've just noticed I've got stuff written all over my hand. Some shopping list. I didn't want to forget some things. So. Okay, so I'll leave it running, but I will sort out the sound on here. So basically what I'm going to do is heat emboss it, and then I'm going to dip it back in and heat emboss it again, maybe 3 times, it depends how we go. Let's have a look. Right, let that cool for a minute. But hopefully, is that cold enough to handle? Yep. Hopefully you can see it's got a really high gloss to it now. Whoops. Oh, told you I'm clumsy. Well, it did have a very high gloss to it before I dropped it in the powder again. You see that? And that's what I'm going to do for all of those and all the bugs. I won't sit and bore you with it, but I'll hopefully come back and show you them at the end. Right, here's where we're at. I'm hoping that you can see these. We've got dragonflies, we've got, I don't know what they are, different kind of flies, wasps, bees, things, loads of beetles. I remember beetles. Some of these are gorgeous. Look at these. And they're all really highly shiny as well. And I've got more of those. Covered in stuff. He's quite cute, and him, look at that one. Put those on there. We've got butterflies, as in just like the skeleton sort of shapes of them. And we've got the full shape as well, if I can get some of those. There's one. And there's a pink one. I wondered what the pink ones might look like with a green. I mean, you didn't have to do green. Those two dyes go together anyway, but you could have something like that. More beetles. Loads of these tiny little ones here. I'll show you a couple of those. I mean, there's loads of different types of them. I love them. I think they're really cute. Put them there. More dragonflies here. I mean, I think they're probably my favourite because they're just so glossy, and with the gold on as well. Gorgeous. Right, more butterflies. I'm saving the spiders till last so that you don't have to look if you don't like them. I mean, oh, it looks like it's had one stuck to it. More of these sort of things. Put that there. Right, now the spiders are coming up. If you're not interested, don't look. But look, I thought they were quite cute as well, considering I'm not a spider fan at all. And you could do them, you don't have to do them green, you can do them any colour you like. Right, last two spiders there. There, so that was those, and I think I showed, I can't remember if I've already showed you all the, I think I did, but I've done all these pink leaves, foliage, and I mean they're really lovely. And I just used normal thick cardstock, 300 GSM cardstock. That's all I've used. There we go, and a pink butterfly. So that's it. That was my afternoon of fun. I hope you enjoyed those, and you know, if you have a try yourselves, you can do any colours you like, or you know, do any die cutting as well. I just thought I liked the insects. ArtyMaze did insects, which I thought were quite cute, and obviously the Tim Holtz flower dies cut out beautifully, so they're definitely worth a go. So yes, lots of fun there. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Stay safe and well, and I'm sure I'll be back showing you what I'm going to do with these things as well, whatever that may be. So yeah, see you very soon. Bye for now.